Why aren't you listening to me? Doesn't anybody ever listen to me? Listen to me? Listen to me? Listen to me? Blame yourselves for this fucking word salad that I just spit all over the goddamn plate. This is all your fault. You and I like to. That's it. I work under the cover of darkness because I don't need the rest of society to look in my eyes and know that is a bad person.
Hey, what's happening? Mike Schmidt, 40-Year-Old Boy Podcast. Are we working? Is it working? Folks, we've tried 9 times to start this show, and it did not work. I was trying to talk. Once, 9, who cares? No one cares. They don't know. Theater of the mind. Lily, don't you know about that? All right, Lily and I are both naked, and haha, see? Theater of the mind. And let me tell you something. That is the theater that you want to close down immediately. You're like, wow, Lily and Mike both naked? I wish half of that was true. I certainly don't have any interest in Mike having no clothes on with a broadcast. We should do that. Isn't that a stunt like a radio team would do? Like to do a naked broadcast from somewhere, from the bleachers at Murphy's or fucking Wrigley? I don't know. Who cares? I have baseball in the brain. Hold on, you're making a point?
That should be a Kickstarter promo.
A Kickstarter promo? Just naked? I wouldn't know about anything of that. I'll get to that in a second. All right. Hey, folks, how are you? I'm good. Thank you. It is late. Well, it's sort of late. What time is it? 5? 6:01. That's late for me. 6:01 on the Pacific. And then, well, you know, it's only 3 o'clock in Hawaii. Hey there. Aloha, Islanders. Bra. Shaka bra. That's more surfer talk than just Hawaii talk, right? Not all surfers live in Hawaii, but consequently, all Hawaiians are surfers. There's a word problem for you, folks. Figure it out. I have a low IQ. All right, so I am coming to you folks live from Lily Bunch. Well, not live. I mean, I'm on tape. Well, not on tape. I'm digital. I'm recorded. God damn it. Already it's starting. So I will look, folks. By the way, let me go ahead and just tell you this right now. All right, I know you're sitting there and you're thinking it. Maybe you're even thinking it, or maybe you're not thinking it. I'm going to clear something up for some of you who might be thinking that. First, I got to tell you this before I clear any of that up. It's a weird show because there's weirdness afoot because we're having equipment problems because, as I mentioned, the computer is stop starting and we had the microphone. We had to adjust that, but also I'm wearing foreign earbuds and it's odd to me. It's very odd. I'm wearing, well, of course, as always, every week, I wear tweakedaudio.com/40 earbuds. Go to tweakedaudio.com/40 and pick yourself up some earbuds. And you know what? Wear them at the same time you're listening to the show. It's awesome. It's like we're simpatico. You're listening to me. I'm talking to you. I'm listening to me. You're listening to me. And maybe you're talking to me. Are you talking to me? That would seem really weird. I got to be honest with you. Hold on. If you're wearing the earbuds, that's fine. And you're listening to me. So together we're both wearing earbuds and I'm talking. But if you then start talking back to me, we got a problem. We have a real problem. Not the least of which is that I can't answer you. I don't know. Wait, what was that? Yeah, okay, I guess I could let you have a turn talking if that's what you really wanted to do, but really? Is that fair to the other people listening? I don't... All right, go ahead. The floor is yours. And I leave it open for a monologue. There you go. Somebody's sticking a monologue there. Go ahead and enjoy yourself. Hey, so I was talking about something else. Oh, those are nice. You're pointing at your head. That's my old headshot. Did I ever show you my old headshot? Oh, okay. My old headshot is a picture of me with, I have literally, all right, let me tell you this. My oldest headshot, the first headshot I ever got was awesome. Fucking amazing. And I loved it when I saw it. And it was, I had my 2 fingers to my head like a gun. And because I took a bunch of pictures with the guy. When you do headshots, folks, look, let me give you a peek behind the window. Show business. Stupid. You pose for a bunch of different photos and it gets fucking annoying. Like I have these reels of the last time I did headshots was forever ago, but in them, you know, there are pictures that I can use and that I wound up using, but then there are pictures where your face hurts. You're just like, well, I don't want to smile ever again. I don't want to do this. I look stupid and phony. You forget, this will sound stupid. And, when people meet me at the one-man show, they want to, and by the way, let's not call it a one-man show anymore, even though it's one man and it's a show. Let's call it, it's a live version of the podcast, all right? Because, one-man show is putting this yoke of responsibility on me to where I need to think that I have to live up to the Man of La Mancha, and I'm not him. I don't know anything about the Man of La Mancha. All I know is that it wasn't 3 hours long, and I'm destroying the Man of La Mancha with my 3-hour running times. I don't do 3 hours. I do 2 hours. Well, 2 hours and 45 minutes. That was what it was in Philadelphia. Or no, in Philadelphia it was 3 hours. New York and Denver were 2:45. Seattle was 2:20. They got off light. Seattle, consider yourself lucky, goddammit. You guys got off light. All right, so I've got 9 different threads that I just started, and I have to figure out how to go back to.
Pictures.
You like your that was funny.
Pictures?
You know what's funny?
Earbuds.
Lily literally just held out her hand with like one. I thought you were doing charades. Like I was gonna have to guess on the air. One word.
Picture.
First word sounds like.
Earbuds.
All right, hold on. You keep track of that in your orange marker. So my first headshot though, I was just fucking around. You get to where you just start fucking around, and that's actually okay. You don't mind doing it. So I'm smirking. Look, I can only show you the dimple so many times. And so like I was talking about the one man show on the road, people will take photos with me, and after like the 15th photo, I don't know how to smile anymore. Like I don't know how fucking real celebrities do it because I am not a celebrity, and we will get to that in a second. But I don't know how celebrities do it, man. Because I try to pose and smile, and you in your head, like there's things that I don't want to do. Like I don't want to smile with teeth. It sounds stupid. I know it sounds dumb, but it's like you know how you look best, or you know how you want to be portrayed and how you want to look. So when people take photos of me out in the one man, I always say get a second one for safety. And I've started now telling people on the road. I'll say, listen to me, don't use the stupid one. Because I know one of them inevitably is the stupid one. Where I'll have like pursed lips, or I'm looking off in the distance or something. And it's like, if it was a stew look, that'd be fine. But I mean, it's not a stew look. It's just literally, I'm almost looking up like, are you ready to take this picture? Snap. Oh, I guess we are. And that's the one they use. So I look like a befuddled clown. And look, nobody likes a befuddled clown. All right. The clown is supposed to do the befuddling. He's not supposed to be befuddled. There's nothing sadder in the world than a befuddled clown. If there's a befuddling clown, certainly he's filling a role. That's what he's supposed to be doing. Clowns befuddle you. They sweep up a spotlight. They throw that puke dust all over the place. That's fine. But as far as the befuddled clown, then he just looks sad and lonely. And then you got Emmett Kelly, and then you make an oil painting, and it's fucked. All right. Isn't it Emmett Kelly in the paintings? I don't know. Is it him or Red somebody?
Both.
Red Kelly.
No, both.
Red
Emmett
Buttons.
Kelly and Red Buttons.
Red Buttons. There you go. Red Buttons was a
Skeleton.
Red Skeleton. I was gonna say,
Red Button.
but he was a clown, right? Didn't he make a clown face? All right. I don't know. Go look it up, folks. What the fuck? Who am I? What am I? Wikipedia? Fuck you. All right. So that seems aggressive. I didn't mean to say fuck you to you. That's wrong. And you know what? When I said that, you're perfectly within your rights to have a conversation with me. Actually, that's a pretty good time. It's a pretty good time for you to pipe up. When I said I'm not Wikipedia, fuck you, you should go, hey, fuck you. Now we're having a fight. Now we're having an argument. How do you feel about that? Probably not so good, do you? I'm your friend from the internet. I'm your internet chum, and look what happens. Now you and I have turned on one another. You probably yanked the cord out of your iPod vagina right now. You don't even hear me anymore, for Christ's sake. You're just sitting there right now with tweakedaudio.com/40 earbuds dangling from your ears, not plugged into anything, listening to the sounds of traffic whiz by. Let's make up. Let's be friends again. Hold on. I need to come here. Let's come in for a hug. All right. That was a weird hug. All right. I don't know if you experienced it or felt it, but I did. Certainly, I felt your loving arms around me, nation. Who else is nation? Oh, Colbert. Now I'm Colbert. I stole Colbert's thing. You're not the nation. All right. You're the. Hold on. That's not me. That was not me. That did not come out of me. That was the sound of the microphone stand being adjusted. Because there are oftentimes when I'll be talking and something will leap from my body sound-wise, and I go, we got to stop. Lily's like, what? I go, you didn't hear that? And she's like, no, I didn't. But my highly trained ears are listening to my GI system at all times. Which means, of course, my general infantry system. Folks, I have a cavalry. I've put together an army. The Schmidt Army, and we're coming to your town, goddammit. All right. So I had things I was talking about. Hold on, I'll get to them. I'm trying to figure it out. So... photos. That's photos. That's the universe. She held up her fingers like a director. Like she's like, when you see a director looking through, like, yeah, I see. All right, you're framing your face. All right, that's a photo. All right, so, I just broke a nail. Weirdly, I broke a nail on my jeans. Like I snagged a nail on my jeans and I felt it. Oh, I hate that. I need a trim. All right, so. Folks, I have photos, as I was talking about, headshots. So you start fucking around while you're doing all the headshots because you're bored of smiling and smirking and looking and turning your head every certain way. So I wound up putting my hand to my head. I remember doing it. I was just fucking around. We got the headshots back, and you get to see all of them, and you choose which ones you're going to replicate into a headshot. And holy fuck, it's the one that leaped off the page because it had personality. It was like, because you could see it was me just going, fuck this. Like it was, everything else is all smiley, and I'm looking, and I'm trying to be, you're trying to be something that you're not. I'm a fucking, I'm a jagoff. I mean, so this picture screamed jagoff. I'm like, you know what? Yeah, that's me. Even though I had, I think I had gel in my hair. I might have, and I had my silk jacket was on then. Oh, I had a silk jacket on, which I'll get to in a fucking minute. Fuck that. I've diverted enough. I have to get to this now. Right? It makes sense. because I don't even remember what the fuck I was talking about. Folks, do me a favor. That'll be for the Loose Ends show later on. Write me and tell me what I was alluding to earlier, and I'll try to get to it. Or when this show is completed, I'll listen back and I'll go, fuck, that's what I was going to talk about. But yeah, folks, part of me, as I tell you about my old headshot, in my head I go, you know what? I actually have that headshot. I could actually put that up on Facebook for you guys to see, and then you would be able to see it. But I'm not going to do that, folks. I'll just have to. You'll have to take my word for it of what it looked like. All right, because I'm not putting up any more photos on Facebook. How's that grab you? How does that sound? Yeah, that's right. I'm taking my past and I'm going home. You guys don't deserve to see where I've been. You only get it. I have to tell you verbally, so then you can't hurt me. You can't hurt me. That's what it is. I don't want to be hurt anymore by you people. God damn it. You know what? Let me tell you something. All right. I went ahead and I talked a couple of weeks ago about photos. All right. And I said there were actually photos of me that I thought I looked good in. I'm like, maybe I'll try to find those. And it took a while. I'm going to be honest, because my house is, I have boxes of stuff and I'm looking around and I was like, I got to find these pictures because I was tired of the onslaught of Fat Mike sausage face fucking pictures that were going up because it's my fault. Again, that's who I was and I can't deny that. I can't get away from it. That's fine. That's who I am. But that's who I was, I should say. So now I was like, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to put up some old photos of me to counteract that, some photos that I actually enjoy. And that started this week. I put up a photo of me at Mex's wedding, where you can't see me really, but it's kind of a neat picture because, all right, let me tell you the story of Mex's wedding. When Dave got married, I was on my way there, and I was late for some reason. I don't remember exactly why, but I tried to go in the front, but I didn't want to disrupt anything because I knew it was already happening. So I tried to look for a side entrance into the church at David's wedding. So I went around and I looked around, I climbed in and I found a place and I was in this back room. I'm like, how the fuck, where am I? So I just started walking, then I saw a staircase and I started walking the staircase. And I can hear the wedding, all right? I can hear it happening. But I didn't want to come in the front because, the thing is, in the front, that's where all the groomsmen and all those motherfuckers are. Yeah, all those motherfuckers, the guys I know and grew up with. But, that's where everybody is. They're filing in and people are sitting down and there's ushers. And I didn't want to go in that way because I was going to disrupt it. Who knows if there's, all of a sudden, there's a bunch of, groomsmen and stuff walking down the aisle and then I burst in. It's like, dude, what the hell? Let them have their moment. Don't be that guy. You're late. It's your fault. So I go in the side entrance of the church and I'm walking and I'm in like a storeroom, and then I go and I look and there's some stairs, so I'm trying to climb out. I don't even know where the fuck I am. I climb into these stairs and then there's a door and another door. I go through this door, I slide through another door, and I see light and I can hear the wedding the entire time, but I know I'm getting closer because it's obviously as I can hear it. And I'm getting closer and I see another door and I'm like, all right, good. I go through there and I walk in, I'm like, haha, finally I can hear the wedding. And I walk in and I'm in the organ loft. And I am looking down on the wedding. I am Jesus himself. I have come in. I'm in there in the loft with Jesus, looking down on David's marriage. I walked in, and my favorite part is because I stand there and I'm looking. I'm upstairs. I'm above the whole thing, up in the top, almost the rafters of the fucking church. And I stood there for a while and I watched the ceremony and I'm waiting, and then I'm like, all right, this is stupid. You can't be here the whole time. You got to get the fuck out of here. So I watched about, 15, 20 minutes of the wedding, however long it was. And then I ditched out and I tried to find my way through. And then finally I got into the room just as the wedding was ending. And I got my part in the pew. And then he walked by and I shook his hand as he went by. So afterwards I'm outside talking. And the thing is, I could not go to the reception because I had a show. Because I'm very popular, folks. So I was at KJ Riddle's that night. So unfortunately, I couldn't make the reception because it was Saturday, and there's 3 fucking shows, and there was no way I was going to get out of there. I made it to David's really late. I got there very late for the reception. But, why shouldn't I? I was late to the wedding as well. But afterwards, I'm talking to some of my buddies, the groomsmen, and they're like, they start laughing. They go, "We saw you, dude." And I go, "What?" And they go, I go, "Yeah." And they go, "No, we saw you up in the rafters." Like, it was hilarious. We're trying not to laugh as, they're doing the thing, but we look up, and I guess one of them looked at my buddy, and I think it was Jeff who saw me, and Jeff goes, "There's Schmitty." And everybody, all my groomsmen friends look up and they just see me standing there looming over the wedding, fucking, black jacket, black fucking baseball hat, ridiculous. This is when my hair was super long on top, but shaved on the sides, and so I wear a baseball hat to contain it all. Then I realized I'm not wearing a baseball hat in church. I'm not smart, folks. So I put that picture up because that's a good memory for me. I remember when David was walking down the aisle, and of course I put that picture up, and you folks, that's right, you. Look in the mirror right now. I'm talking to all of you. You decide to make fun of me on Facebook. Like someone wrote like nice bomber jacket or some bullshit. Hey, could you take me to my car? I mean, like, really? There's a photo of my best friend's wedding. I'm there. I'm enjoying it, and then you make fun of it. You make fun of my, first of all, silk jacket, not a goddamn bomber jacket. All right, I'm not a members only motherfucker. That's a silk jacket, and it was awesome, and I looked fucking great in it. And I wrote that on Facebook too, so you can take that to heart. And now I reiterate it verbally. God damn it! Quit saying I'm wearing bomber jackets to a wedding. Yeah, I wore a Sox baseball hat to a wedding. Well, I would wear a bomber jacket? No, of course not. Who do you think I am, an animal? I'm not going to wear a fucking bomber jacket to a wedding. I'll wear a baseball hat, but not a bomber jacket. Stand down with your accusations, sir. As I pull my glasses off my head. I'm not wearing glasses. But here I thought I was doing a nice thing. Here I thought I was adding context to my life. I thought, in my opinion, I was like, oh, you know what? I'm filling in the gaps. I'm giving broad brushstrokes and letting you see. Like I found all these photos, and I put up a picture of me and my brother and my buddy Jeff doing the stew look. I'm like, oh, dude, stew look, awesome. And I go, and a 3-way stew look. How rare? That's rare, folks. It's rare. You very rarely will you see a three-way stew look. So I'm like, you know what? I'm going to put that up. That's going to be awesome. So I put it on my Facebook page, and what happens? Looks like the Three Stooges. Ha 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 ha! Really? I'm showing you a glimpse into my life from 1995, and you come after me. You really? I don't even know you people anymore. That's it. Honestly. Well, no, I can't. That can't be it, because then I'm like, and in my head, I'm like, all right, look. I guess people are just having fun and they're enjoying themselves, and there's, stew look, but that's whatever. Who cares? But I thought I was filling in the gaps. I thought I was letting you know, because again, I tell you things, and then it's up to you to paint a theater of the mind and realize whether or not they happened or what that person looked like. Or so I'm like, you know what? If I throw that in there, you guys will have some perspective. And then I found the 2 pictures that I wanted to put up, the 2 pictures that I talked about that I said that were my favorite pictures, and I'm like, you know what? I might put these up. You know what? I'm going to put these pictures up. You know what? I can't put them both up. I can't shoot my wad and put them both up. I'm going to save one. I'm going to put up one. That's what I did today. I said, I'm going to put up one picture today. And then I'll put up the other one tomorrow probably. And then I have some other photos to put up that I found that were really cool, and I'm excited because they give you a glimpse into the past of who I was, and it lets you know that I'm a real person and all that kind of stuff. So today I put up a picture of me and my friend Katie. And I've told you many stories about Katie from a million years ago. And then people actually wrote, they go, is this Katie of Don't You Want Me Katie fame? And I said, yes, that's exactly who it is. But I did not write that on the page, because instead I went in and I looked and I saw that everybody made fun of me again. Everyone decided to step up and write, oh, you look like a lady. Or I mean, like someone, and someone's like, oh, pink shirt. I'm like, dude, oh, okay. You know what? Fuck all of you, goddammit. I'm trying to, this is the picture I really liked. And in my head, I'm like, well, I'll put up that one, and sure, you guys kick me in the internet balls. Why? I'm your internet chum. Why are you coming after me? I'm trying to put up a photo. It's like, and I guess, look, I didn't expect all of you to go, ooh, how great. I don't know what the fuck I expected. I didn't expect 19 people to all of a sudden fucking make an open mic night on my goddamn picture. Everyone decided to go off on me. I'm like, man, I don't fucking get it. And look, I'm exposing a raw nerve here. I realize that because all I'm doing now, as I tell you this, is I'm pouring gas on the fire, and anything I put up, you are going to make fun of in triplicate. I get that. But that is exactly why I'm never putting another photo on Facebook ever again. As long as I fucking live, you will never see me, real me, ever again on Facebook. All you're going to get is little Schmitty on a horse. That's it. That's the paintings. You'll get oil paintings of what I used to look like as a child with devil horns, but you will never, ever see real me or me add to context to my life. That's right. I am taking my fucking ball and going home. God damn it. Yeah, you can cry all you want. Lily tried to talk me down because we were talking about this before I went on the air. I go, you know what? Fuck that. Fuck these people. I am never putting another picture up. She's like, why are you saying fuck these people? These are your fans. I go, if they were my fans, why are they making fun of me? She goes, because they're interacting with you. They're having fun. It's the internet. That's what they do. Fuck the internet, God damn it. You know what? I guess actually the internet is to blame, because if I saw these people in real life and I said, hey, look at this picture with me and Katie, do you think they'd go, you look like a girl, dude? Ha ha ha. No, they wouldn't. Not to my face. Fuck that. They would nod politely, and then when I walked away, they would murmur to their friend, you look like a girl, dude, which is fine. That's how it used to work. That's the way the world should work. Be nice to my face, let me walk away and make fun of me to all your friends. That's fine. I can live with that. I put this show out there. Whatever the fuck you want to do with it after it's out there is fine. You want to listen to it and make fun of it and tell everybody how stupid it is? I don't fucking care. Go right ahead. I fully expect it. I expect it. I embrace it. I actually almost want you to do it. Go ahead. But to do it like, because I can't hear it. I can't hear what you're doing. All I know, I put it out there and it goes out there. And if you enjoy it and ingest it and do whatever the fuck you want, I don't care because I'm not there to deal with it. But on my own Facebook wall, on my own Facebook wall. People, what is wrong with you? It's as if you were to come to my own living room and point at pictures in frames and make fun of them to my face. I dare you. I defy you to do something like that in real life. You never would, ever. In a million years, you wouldn't make fun of me to my face. But on my Facebook wall, everyone's a goddamn comedian. And this is why we can't have nice things. Because you will never, ever get another photo of me, ever. And oh my God, did I have some buttes. Oh, Christ. As a matter of fact, I put up you know what? I should tell you this. Fuck me. A picture I didn't even put up. All right. I put up these pictures and I'm dealing with you folks all fucking throwing darts. Fine. Whatever the fuck you want to do. If it makes you feel better about yourselves to make fun of a guy who works and gives of himself every week to you people. A guy who comes here and has to wear foreign earbuds. I have foreign earbuds in right now. I don't know what kind of fucking ear diseases I'm catching as I speak. I could be getting ear aids. I might have ear aids right now. It's manifesting itself as I jammed them in right now. Boom. I got fucking HI ear. It's happening. I do that and I risk it all for you fucking people. And what do I get? You look like a girl. On my Facebook wall. God damn it. The hell is wrong with you people? And that's just photos I put up. As I said, there are other pictures of me throughout the internet that have just come up somehow randomly from some other people. But there's a picture. I did Never Not Funny last year. I did their podcast-a-thon, okay? On Thanksgiving, they do an all-night deal where they have fucking everybody come in. And I went on real late. I brought donuts for everybody. It was fun. Well, they did this thing where there's a guy named Rick was taking Polaroids of everybody who was on the show. And then you would sign the Polaroid, and I think they auctioned it off for, those people without a face. Whoever they're fucking raising money for over there. Man, see, Jagoff. That was old headshot me talking right there. I know it's Smile Train. I'm a normal person now. I'm a grown adult. I can say that. But fucking old headshot me came up with the people without a face. Yeah. That's right. The gleeful Jagoff shows up. All right. So that's funny. I thought of that. I was trying to sum up the show for somebody, and in 2 words, I went gleeful Jagoff. That's it. That's what it is. It's a guy. It's a Jagoff who's kind of happy about being a Jagoff, but also sad about the fact that his Jagoffery has not paid off in any sort of success. So the Polaroid is taken. So in the midst of all this turmoil on my Facebook page, that's my summer home, Facebook. That's my summer home on the internet. My home is MikeSchmidtComedy.com. That's where my residence is. And I will thank you all not to defile that. But then in my summer home, I'm all of a sudden I'm there and people are, you know what it is? You know what? I'm living straw dogs. That's what I'm living.
Yeah.
God damn it. That's exactly what you people are. You're those people. I'm there right now. I'm on my page at Facebook is my summer home, and you people are there defiling it. You're about to rape my internet wife because you're making all your comments. God damn it. You know what it says right on the poster for Straw Dogs? Don't let them in. Should have known that about my Facebook page, my summer home on the internet. Don't let them in. Because the paintings you guys will look at and marvel at because it's brilliant talent and you just got to go, Jesus, David's a genius. But the second I start showing real pictures of me, I've let you in. I've opened the door. And I was warned. I was fucking warned. Don't let them in. And now all of you are raping Susan George on my internet couch. That's right. I go old Straw Dogs. Fuck the remake. God damn it. On my Facebook page, people. You've burst into my summer home on my Facebook. God damn you. All right. So anyway, I've let you in. I let you in on the Facebook. I put up some photos the other day. I put up the wedding picture with me of David and his wife, and then I put up the Stu Look picture. So, and then of course everybody, ha ha ha, they all start making fun. And look, all right, not everybody's making fun of me. I need to look. I get that, okay. But again, as I've said before, you can walk down the street and 100 people can give you bouquets of roses, but the first guy who hits you in the head with a brick is all you're gonna fucking talk about. You could be buried in flowers. You could smell like roses for the next 9 months because you've been carrying them for so long and they're so fragrant and so beautiful. And one guy whips a brick out of a fucking transom window and boom, that's all you're going to talk. You run inside. You run inside your internet summer home and you shut it down. And that's what I'm doing. Fuck you people. You're not getting any more pictures to make fun of me. You look like a girl. Nice bomber jacket. Ugh. Don't let them in. I should have known. But again, I can't control it because those are pictures that I just put up. I put up 3 pictures and immediately you guys came out with the long knives. Fine. But that very day that I put up the picture of David's wedding and the picture of the Stulux, I get a notification and it says, Glenn Steven Schmidt has commented on one of your photos.
Oh, boy.
Which is my brother Glenn. No, I know my brother Glenn. He's not going to turn on me, right? That's not going to happen. Why would he do that? So I click on that photo because I didn't know which he was talking about because my brother Andy is in one of the photos too. So I thought it was that one. But no, it comes up. Glenn found the Polaroid from Podcastathon. And underneath it, this is what my brother Glenn writes. All right, my brother Glenn, who has my 5 nieces and nephews in his home. And by 5, I mean 4. Hold on. There's something he probably is not aware of. He has a 5th. I should tell him that. He and his wife are raising a ghost baby that I left at his house when I visited. I should tell you about my trip to South Dakota. That was fun. It was fun to see my family, but it's South Dakota. I mean, there's nothing to tell. I'm spiraling off. So, my brother Glenn Steven Schmidt finds this Polaroid from Podcastathon, and this is what my brother Glenn writes, because again, he and I are very close. And this is what he writes. Hey, look, it's Jim from Taxi. Because, I guess my hair looked like that or something. I don't know. All I know is I was reeling already from strangers kicking me around all fucking day. And I saw my Glenn Steven Schmidt comment and I'm like, finally, I'll be welcomed into the open embrace of Chuckles McBrown shorts. I'm excited for that. So I went over there and I saw, hey, it's Jim from Taxi. And that was the final straw. That was the final kick in the face. I mean, honestly, I guess it wasn't really the final kick in the face because I still put up a picture of me and Katie today. Fine, but I saw it and I was like, oh Christ, really? So underneath it, I wrote, this is what I wrote to Glenn. I went, ho ho, get it all out now. I have a picture of you I'm about to put up in a couple of days. Gentlemen, start your mullets. And my brother Glenn then wrote, is it from when I looked like Chuckles McBrown shorts? So he remembers the Chuckles McBrown shorts. How could he forget it? It was a year of his life. I'm a horrible person. So yeah, gentlemen, start your mullets. And but you know what? It's funny because I told him that, but lucky for him, that photo is never going to see the light of day because of you folks and your nastiness, your internet nastiness. Oh my Lord. That's what it takes when you hide behind anonymity. And you're going to say, no, Mike, my name is right there on my Facebook page. I'm not anonymous. You're anonymous to me. You got it? I don't know who the fuck you are. Come in, call me a girl. Make fun of my pink shirt. Even Mex made fun of me in one of those photos. It's like, really, dude? Really? But him, I mean, I known him 35 years. He has some carte blanche. He has a little license. You people, I haven't known you 35 minutes. You come after me. God damn it. I'm not fucking Brad Pitt. This isn't TMZ. It's not TMikeZ. But yet you guys, sure enough, you come out. I put up 3 pictures and you savage me. You let me fucking have it. Why? I'm just trying to fill in the gaps. I'm just trying to give you a picture and show you old. I found pictures. Oh my God. Listen to what I found. No, I'm not going to tell you. I can't tell you. Because you know why? Because then you'll just make fun of it and absentia. I don't even know you people anymore. Supposed to like me and like the show, and yet you turn on me. You fucking savage me. I put up a picture, and because I liked that picture, but you look like a lady. Ha ha ha. Really? Well, that's, fuck that. I'm not taking it. That's it. No more photos. No more. That's it. You folks, I tried to trust you, and look what you did. You came after me. Although, I guess, you know what? I could put photos up. And then, Just like straw dogs, don't let them in, don't let them in, don't let them in. But if I put photos up, I've let you in. You've come in, and again, like I said, you're all doing a dog pile on my internet girlfriend out right there on the fucking couch. But just like in Straw Dogs, motherfuckers, maybe I go Dustin Hoffman on all of you. Maybe I put up my photos and you come after me and try to be funny and stuff. Maybe, maybe I just go on a fucking drive-by throughout the goddamn internet. Maybe I go through Facebook and I just take all of your photos out. Is that what you want? Do you really want to unleash this on your motherfucking Facebook page? I don't think you do. You want to sit quietly in the dark with your fucking tweakedaudio.com/40earbuds and enjoy this show, right? Right? Don't you? Don't you want to just chuckle to yourself and laugh with your internet chum Mike every fucking Thursday morning? Yeah, you probably do. You probably didn't think that I was going to go ahead and get this riled up. You probably thought, hey, we're all friends. Ha ha ha. Yeah, we are friends. You're fans. I'm friends. We're good. Everything's good. But I'll tell you what, you fucking come after me, I am going to come after you, motherfuckers. All right? You want to make fun of me? I will go to your Facebook page. It will be awful. It'll be fucking awful. I will get Mark Zuckerberg will actually have to come to my house with a hat in hand and apologize because I've been turned loose by you fucking people. I am going to Hoffman the shit out of all of you. This thing's a goddamn revenge movie. Hey, I'm from Chicago, all right? You bring an internet knife, I bring an internet gun. You saw that fucking movie? You sent one of mine to the Facebook hospital, I sent one of yours to the Facebook morgue. God damn it. That's right. It started. It's fucking started. It's on, motherfuckers. You know what? It's just that, because you know what? This is what should happen in all walks of life. Because hecklers have gotten away with shit for so fucking long on the internet and in real life. At a baseball game, it's like when, you know what? In the old days, in the 70s, in the NHL, when a guy would heckle, the team would climb into the stands and beat the shit out of him. It was awesome. There are tapes on YouTube. Go look at it. The Bruins go into the stands to beat up the Ranger fans. God damn it, it's fantastic. That's what life should be like. If you heckle, you should have to deal with the person you're heckling. You shouldn't sit there like a fucking idiot because you paid to get in. You're like, haha, you're a fat guy and you're not fast or good. Bullshit. That baseball player should be able to throw a bat at you. Fuck you. Hecklers are always surprised when the shit turns on them. They're always shocked because the TV comes to life. Well, guess what? The internet has just come to life, people. You remember I said this isn't TMZ, this isn't TMikeZ. Bullshit, I'm wrong. This is TMikeZ. Because when you see TMZ, those little motherfuckers, that little blonde surfer asshole is hiding in a bush with a camera and he's making fun of Brad Pitt, and Brad Pitt has to smile and nod and wait for the valet to bring his fucking car, and then he hops in it and he drives away. At TMikeZ, that guy gets punched in the fucking head. This is TMikeZ, motherfucker. And you want to hide in a bush and you want to point a camera at me and you want to ask about me being fat or make me look like a girl or I'm wearing a bomber jacket? Get ready to get fucking internet footed in the fucking head. God damn it. I'm going to throw a goddamn Facebook spin kick so hard your entire friend list is going to feel it. You don't want any of me on TMikeZ, baby. Your entire stream will be disrupted with my anger and fury. You think you can handle this? I'm going to fucking go Sean Connery, Irish cop on all of you motherfuckers. Zuckerberg can't stop me. The new timeline can't stop me. 5 cookies that track where I'm going on the web can't stop me. You people are going down. Come at me, bro. TMikeZ, come at me, bro.
You're listening to The 40-Year-Old Boy, and next, Feral Daryl takes his pants off. Welcome to the urban jungle.
My word, Johnson, you've done a remarkable job with your beast.
Oh, thank you, Colonel, but his name is Daryl. Please refer to him as Daryl.
Fella, let him touch your nose. Don't touch his face!
Evolution versus environment every week on Feral Daryl Takes His Pants Off on the Mike Schmidt Podcasting Network.
There's viscera in the punch bowl!
All right, I've calmed down. Don't come at me, bro. Because it dawns on me that there are more of you than there are of me. You are anonymous. You are legion. I'm just Mike Schmidt. I don't stand a fucking chance. All of you put on your Guy Fawkes masks and make fun of my bomber jacket. I am finished. Can't have that. I'll keep my photos to myself and you keep your comments to yourself and never the twain shall meet. Which is too bad because, the photos I found. Oh, Christ, folks. Memories. Like the corners of my mind. All right. I have to put photos up still, right? Don't I? Shouldn't I?
Yes.
I should. But it's just when you see people just getting off at your expense, you know what I mean? And again, I'm much better talking than typing. Anybody who's typed with me for any extensive period of time will tell you that I am much better when I'm talking because my head, as you can probably tell, works a lot faster than my thumbs. So if you say something, I will think of something immediately, but then I got to type it out, and there's the risk of typos, and do I use a colon there or not? I mean, I just, when I talk, there's never an issue with a colon. There's no colons when I talk. That doesn't happen. This is just straight ahead words with no goddamn punctuation, folks. I'm like an old school novel, like in the old days. Old school, like in the old days. God, kill me. Why? But yeah, don't come at me. We're friends, right? We're all friends. I'm not going to come to your Facebook pages because that would require effort. You know what I mean? It's like I'm like, ha, I'm going to savage all you people. No, I'm not. You guys will like come at me and nitpick me, and I'll just lay there like a guy in the desert who needs a drink of water as vultures eat his skin. Yeah, that's right. You're vultures. That's probably not flattering. As you eat me to the bones, and my bones get bleached in the sun. All right. In the internet sun, the shiny, bright new Facebook internet sun. I will tell you this. I bitched about Facebook last week, and I moaned and groaned and all that. I'm not sure I have what you guys have, because I saw like some of the new stuff that they have. I mean, has that been released yet? I don't know if it has, because I don't have a lot of that. I just still have normal Facebook to a certain extent, except for some of it. I have that ticker, but is that timeline thing out yet? I don't even know if that timeline thing is out. Where you? Oh, okay. Because I don't have access to that. That thing where you see where the first day you joined and all the people have defriended you and all that bullshit.
Oh, yeah. No.
I don't have any of that. I care. That's another thing. It's like all these people are taking stances. Like I made fun of it last week because I made fun of it, but then people were like, man, it's not that big a deal. It's free. It's a free service. I'm just like, yeah, I know. I have to fill this time on this show. You're aware of that, right? I just challenged the internet to a fight. Who are you talking to here? You're like, hey, Mike, it's free service. Yeah, I get that. I understand that. I love that. I love when people don't get it. It's so, what's funny to me is when people listen to this show and then they write me and they so clearly don't get it. And I'm like, I'm glad you're listening. I love you and I'm thrilled that you're around. I love you. That seems strong. I'm glad that you're listening and I hope you find it entertaining and stuff like that. But when people will write me with something that's so left field and I'm like, wait a minute. No, you didn't. Seriously? I actually love that. I'm a huge fan of that because it's like, yeah, it's almost encouraging. I'll write them back and be like, yes, I do hate Spaniards. You know what I mean? Like, and it's like I talked about when people who've listened to the show forever and then all of a sudden they'll write me after 3 years and go, I'm leaving. That was terrible what you said last week. Where have you been for 3 years? Maybe their earbuds have actually become sentient and are filtering out the things that they don't think their listener would like. Because they have that feature at tweakedaudio.com/40. If you buy the sentient earbuds, it will filter out the content so you can only hear the things that you enjoy. Bruce is on it. Bruce is on the new technology. Bruce and Peggy and all their minions. Folks, again, so don't come at me, bro. I say very nicely and calmly, as earlier I challenged you all to a fight because I'm dumb. I'm done. That's not me anymore. I'm 44 years old. I can't fight the internet. Jesus Christ. I'm getting to the point where my VCR will start blinking 12 and I won't be able to change it. When you say numbers, when you really realize numbers, and because I'm old, and in my opinion, I'm old. All right, but all right, I'll tell you this story real quick. Let me tell you. I'll tell you one story and then I'll tell you another story real quick. I was at work last night. I was at the graveyard gig in Graveyardville, and look, this isn't even a story. This just happened. It's like fucking 3 a.m, and I'm sitting there, and a huge wham noise like hits outside, like a really loud bang, and it hit the building. I didn't know what the fuck it was. It sounded like somebody hit the building, but I couldn't figure it out. So I stood up and I peeked out the window. I didn't see anything. So I opened the front door and I go outside, and someone has thrown a chocolate shake at the building. Like a full Jack in the Box chocolate shake. Like it's smashed all over the building and there's like chocolate shake and it's all over and it's dripping and it's on the ground as the cup. Now I got to set the scene with my building. It's the building's off the street. It's not right on the curb. The door itself is about, I'm going to say 15 yards from the curb, and there's an awning. So a shake that's volatile. To try to throw a shake, we've all done that, right? You try to, when you try to throw a glass of liquid and you try to throw it a distance, well, you've got to put some heat on it to make it 15 yards. And with the awning there, it's a shot. you couldn't, let's put it this way, you couldn't just throw it from your car, is my point. You couldn't just lob it like a grenade and bounce it off the building because the awning is there. You have to come in under the awning, and with the speed and velocity it had to make that noise, I'm like, where the fuck was this person? Why did I get a drive-by shaking? First of all, who's mad at this building? It just seemed ridiculous. I mean, so there's shake dripping and the cup is there, and I'm looking around and I don't see anybody. And then I hear like a car like squeal like its tires, and I look and it's parked over by it's on my side of the street, but then it whips a U to go drive away. And I swear to God, this happened. I'm standing out there, I'm looking at the shake, it's dripping. So obviously this person had gotten out of their car and run up to the building and spiked the shake off. Like, you ever see a guy catch a touchdown pass, and instead of spiking it on the ground, they throw it really hard off the back wall? That's what this guy did. I don't know why, but he got out of his car, he ran up to the building and whipped the shake, and it splattered all over the place. There's shake and cup and everything. And then obviously, on the time it took me to get outside, he had run to his car and jumped in. I walked out, looked at the shake. I heard the squealing tires. He whipped a U-turn, and he drove right in front of me, and his window was down, and he goes, "Clean it up, faggot." And the Jack in the Box is like a quarter mile away. It's not far. I mean, it's like right up on the main drag. Was this a plan? Did he buy it? Does he know me? That's the thing, is I was like, in my head, I'm like, does he know me? And then I'm like, well, wait a minute. Did he see those photographs on Facebook? Is he one of those guys? Clean it up, faggot. Like, did he know I was working in there? Because, I mean, not all buildings have a security guy. There are too many questions for me. It's puzzling. It's so puzzling. I laughed. All I could do was laugh. I wasn't even mad. I just was like, ha, 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 really? Because it was like he squealed his tires and drove by. It's like 3 a.m. Clean it up, faggot. How proud is that guy of himself? He wasted $3 on a shake to yell "clean it up, faggot" at me? He must hate me. And I don't know who he is. I didn't recognize the car or the voice of the guy. He didn't have a Guy Fawkes mask on, so it wasn't one of you people. Clean it up, faggot. It was great. I almost want to name the show that. God damn it. So I just laughed. He drove off. He sped off. I waited for him to come back. No, nothing. And of course, I'm not going to clean it up because I'm not a faggot. I grabbed the cup. I grabbed the cup in the top at the shake. Fuck all that. I don't own the building. I'm security. As far as I'm concerned, I protected the inside of the building from that shake. Me and the guys who built the building, who built the door, we went ahead and protected the inside of the building from that shake assault. And it just, again, I've told you these things. I did these things when I was a kid. This is the kind of stupid shit I used to do when I was small. Not small, but I was younger. Because I told that story on here, right? Where I threw a frozen beer. Did I tell that story? I must have. We used to get beer in Chicago, or in Bolingbrook where I grew up. You would, we were young, so when you were able to buy beer, you had to, if you didn't drink it all, you had to save it for the next night because, odds are you might not be able to get to buy another beer because, again, you're underage. So we would hide it outside. Well, in the winter, one time we hid beers and they froze. And so we went and picked it up, and it froze, and we were driving around. And again, it was late. It was like 2 a.m. one night. We went and picked up we were like, oh, there's some beer. And I don't drink. My friends do. But the beer was frozen. So we were driving around. And the same night we were egging. I think I told us the same night we egged Laporta's car. I'm pretty sure it was the same night. And so I was like, hey, pull over. We pulled over like in a cul-de-sac. And there was a house. It was a 2-story house, 3-story with a basement. And it was made of brick. And I got out of the car. And I was a good... 15 yards away, folks. I had to be 30 yards away from this house. And I didn't even think of the consequences. Like, I mean, again, I'm fucking 15. I wasn't even thinking. I got out with this frozen beer and I just launched it at this house. I threw a beer at a house at fucking 3 a.m. And it went, tumbling over head over heel. And because again, it had 3 upstairs windows and a big picture window. And then the screen door had a window screen. And I don't know how the fuck I did it, but I somehow, actually, fuck that. I do know how I did it because I'm good. That's how I fucking did it. Because I whipped this beer, and it was like, because there used to be a game, we used to play a game in school called Flicker Ball, which then became Raider Ball because it was the Bolingbrook Raiders. So what it was this weird combination of football, soccer, and basketball. Okay, you would have the basketball rules, like you couldn't travel. You had a football, and you would throw it and you were like, it was like soccer. It was 11 on 11, and you would throw the ball trying to advance it up the field, but you couldn't run. So it was kind of like Australian rules. Oh, it was some bullshit the gym teachers made up to fucking keep us busy for 40 minutes. I don't fucking know, but it was the greatest game ever because you would throw the football like you would pass it like a soccer ball all the way upfield, but you couldn't travel. You couldn't, like in basketball, and then you had to throw it through a goal. There was a big square goal. And one of the greatest moments ever of my life in my historical competitions in sports as a child, and again, I have no great moments ever. I was never in organized sports, but you've got all those Sandlot victory stories, and I told you, except for when I trumped, when I learned how to serve in tennis, that was fucking awesome. Me and Scuderi dominated everybody. Fuck you, Fong. Fong shook my hand. All right, so sure enough, we were playing flickerball once, and I was a fat kid in school, but I was still friends with everybody. But then there were the jocks who thought they were fucking great, whatever. But I hung out with everybody. I kind of knew everyone. So we were playing and we were throwing the ball around, and there was this guy. I told you about our hero and the Disciples. I think I've told you about that. This guy, our hero, is the guy named Tony, and I've told you this. I told this story, right? I'm sorry. I've walked myself into a corner. Bottom line is Tony, because he played football and he actually had Pac-Man on his football jersey because he gobbled up runners. He was a tackler, whatever the fuck. And that's what I mean when I say the jocks, because I got along well with everybody. And my friends, Dennis was like his fucking track stud and all these other guys. Jeff played basketball. I knew these guys. But the guys, when I say the jocks, I mean these derogatory guys who lived it. And like that was their whole deal, like our hero and the Disciples. So although I'm not sure if the Disciples were actually, I don't think they played sports. They might have. Anyway, who cares? No one cares. But we were playing flickerball. So then, of course, whenever you would play any sort of gym activity, the jocks would kind of act like they knew more. And look, I was a fucking Sandlot superstar, but I just couldn't play any sports because A, I was fat and lazy, and B, no, that's actually B. A was I didn't have the grades because my mom was like, you're not playing football, and B was I was fat and lazy. So we're playing flickerball and we're throwing the ball around. You're passing and trying to move up the field. And what would be Tony would get with like the other jocks, and they would they ran it. You know what I mean? So they passed to one another. You know how it is. It's bullshit. It's high school. So I was tired of it because again, when you're fat and that you're just the lineman, nobody thinks you have any skill or any giddy up at all. So I got the ball and I had to be 30 yards from the flicker ball goal. And I just wound up. And I remember when I threw it, Tony, fucking our hero, goes, no! Like he wanted me to pass and get it closer, but I flung it. Because, I mean, dudes, fuck, look, I'm me and I'm fucking awesome. So sure enough, I wing it and I can see it like it's a goddamn movie, like Rudy, like almost like fucking Rudy. I can see it. I see me lining up and I get the ball and like nobody's, because nobody's there to block it. And I just fucking go to wing it and I'm 30 yards out. And he just goes, no! And I sail it, perfect spiral, and I see it sailing like a dot against the blue sky, and then right through the fucking, like, didn't touch, because if you hit, the thing was, it was a big goal, like a big backboard, and if you hit it, you got a point. But if you went through the bullseye in the center, like the square in the center, you got 3 points, I think, or 7 points. Who the fuck knows? It was a game they made up called Flickerball. And so I fucking, from 30 yards out, I sailed it. And I heard, he even yelled no, right when I let it go. Like, don't do that. You're ruining it. And I fucking sailed it. And I dot in the sky, perfect spiral. NFL Films, even John Facenda was like, oh, on the beaten fields of Bolingbrook High School, a hero is born. Not our hero, a hero. Because it sailed and it didn't touch wood. It didn't touch a fucking thing. It went right through the center of the goal. And I literally can see it as if I were in a movie looking from the side, because then I turned around and just spread my hands out. Like, yeah, that's right. No. You scream no at me? That's 3 solid points. And other, all the people who kind of weren't jocks were like, yay, hooray. I don't know if they were like, they're making that part up probably. That's just in my head. That's part of the movie that's in my head. But when I sailed it, it fucking went right through the thing and I turned around like with just my hands up like, I know what the fuck I'm doing. And our hero had to begrudgingly shake my hand. That's right. Fuck our hero. I'm a hero. All right. So I don't know. How the fuck did I spin into our hero? Flicker ball. 30 yards out. 30 yards out. I threw a beer. All right. So harken back to me in my years of fucking flickerball genius. I get out of the car. I'm about 30 yards from this house and I just sail a beer. I fucking and it's a frozen bottle of beer. Why? Why am I doing this? Idiot, jerk. Why? You fucking jag off. But it didn't matter. I sailed it at this house in my face. And I think you know what? Peter might have actually gone, no. Whenever I throw anything for 30 yards, someone is very unhappy about it. But I cock my arm and I just throw this beer and I see it end over end again like a dot in the night sky. I see it going. And dude, there's windows like all over this fucking house.
But I'm me. I'm Flickerball Mike. I'm a fucking champion. Fuck that. And there's this small little window. It was just like that house was a giant Flickerball goal. But right in the center was just solid brick, and that was the actual 3 points. And the fucking beer sails and smashes right into that brick. 3 solid points. But glass and frozen beer all over their house. All over the place. Because I think about it now, it's like, because I just threw it. I'm like, awesome. We get in the car and we continued to egg or whatever the fuck we were doing that night. But holy shit. Imagine waking up the next day with frozen beer and shards of glass all over your goddamn house. I am a dick, folks. I was a dick. I'm certainly recovered now. I would never dream of doing anything like that now. As far as you know. But yeah, god damn it. Just fucking, the only thing missing, literally, if we would have waited for them to open up the door and I would have said, clean it up, faggot. Drove off. So maybe that was the guy. You know what? Maybe it was him. All these years later. He drove out of his fucking house. He took a flight to Los Angeles. He's been waiting. He fucking finally found me on the internet through Facebook because he saw that you people were making fun of my goddamn pictures. He's like, what's all this hullabaloo at the goddamn internet summer home of Mike Schmidt? Mike Schmidt, wait a minute. Is that 30-yard flickerball Mike Schmidt? No! And he immediately bought a plane ticket and threw a shake at my place of business. Not realizing that the fact that that's my place of business is enough of a victory for this guy. Trust me, the very fact that 44, I'm still sitting at that desk working there, that's a victory for you, sir. You don't need to throw a shake and tell me clean it up, faggot. I get it. Believe me. Just knowing that I'm trapped in there every single night, incapable. I'm not, you know what? I'm 30 yards from success at all times in my life, sir. And anytime I get close to it, someone goes, no! And I fall back accordingly, turn around with my fucking palms outstretched. Yeah. God damn it. So I'm old, man. And I find, you know what, it's so funny. I say I'm old because I'm the oldest I've ever been, all right? And some of you might think I'm old. You might not. Who the fuck knows? Who cares? But I found out that I'm not. Look, the show's called The 40-Year-Old Boy for a reason. Because even though I'm 40, I'm fucking a child. So, and now I take the stammer out. All right, look, a second ago, I have to tell him. I have to because I'm stupid. And this is why the Kickstarter thing is why I don't think it's good. But I'll get to that in a second. A second ago, I said that same sentence about how I said I'm 40, but I'm a child. But I stammered. I was like, I'm 40, but I'm a child. And so I go, I can't have that horrible stammer in there. So Lily changed it, and now I'm telling you that it was in there. So it was in there, but now it's not in there anymore. But so anyway, the funny part was I retook it, and I put the stammer in again, like on purpose. Like I got to match that. No, stupid, you don't have to match that. Just clean it up. You can actually clean it up this time, dummy. All right. Boy, I'm hard on myself today. So no. The fuck was I saying? I forget what I was saying. Damn it. We were talking about
I have no clue.
how old I am. I'm 40 years old and I'm a child. All right. But so I do dumb things, and I'm supposed to be an adult because I don't have kids. I don't have a house. So, I mean, I've never had to really grow up. Real life right now is forcing me to grow up at a rapid pace, but that's fine. But I got a real window into what it's like to be old this week. The guy who owns the building where I work, over at Clean It Up Faggot headquarters, he tells me he wanted to go to a Dodger game. And look, I like this man, but I've told you some stories about him in the past, and he's got some things going on. And I can't say no because he's taken me into the game in the past, and he enjoys going to a game, and he fancies me a friend because I work there, and he's a nice man. I would consider him a friend as well, but he wanted me to meet him, and the thing is, so I met him at the building to go to the park. He's 50. He turned 50 this year, and I'm like I said, I'm 44, but he might as well be 95. I mean, I don't know if that's what's going to happen. You know what I mean? When I turn 50, like, if that's the arbiter, because he is a guy. He's again a very nice man, but worlds away from me or any of my experiences. Just, he owns this apartment building, and he wears shirts with stains on them, and he doesn't. It's like he doesn't get his hair cut. You know what I mean? Like he'll cut his hair like once every 3 months or something, and it's all curly and weird. And he wears a baseball hat everywhere and shorts, and his hands are always dirty. His fingernails because he's fixing shit. I mean, that's what a man is, right? I mean, I guess I'm the exception to the rule. I mean, that's what happens as you get older, and you fix things, and you raise people, and you take care of buildings. And not me, man.
I throw away a shake cup and I laugh at the guy yelling at me as he drives away. That's my experience. And then I come here and I talk about it. I tell you about it. When in reality, I should own an Allen wrench. I don't even know what the fucking Allen wrench is. I buy things from IKEA and they give you those little like weird, it looks like, every time we get anything that we have to build, we'll open it up and we dump out like 1,000 buttons and 1,000,000 screws and 150 washers and that weird thing. And then there's always that weird like L-shaped like bar. And I always pick it up and always, every time, it's not even a joke, I'll hit it with a butter knife and listen to it like it's a tuning fork. Always. I'm sure it's supposed to be for something else. It's supposed to screw something, or it's an unlocking something, or I don't know if it's a decoration. Yeah, it's like a mezuzah. You hang it from your doorstop to keep Jesus away, or whether I don't know. I don't know what it's for, but it's something. I always get it, and I like ting, and I put it up to my ear, and then Karen rolls her eyes and goes, "Give me that," and then she builds whatever needs to be built because I don't know a fucking thing about it. Good Christ. So, but that's the stark difference between he and I. And then we go to the park, and he's talking to me. And he's talking about, his parents, and he's taking care of these people, and he likes golf, and he talks about golf for an hour. And I should tell you this, look, all right, when I'm on the road and I do these shows, and then after I do the one-man podcast show, whatever the fuck it's called, the live show, afterwards I will meet people, and then I usually go out to eat with people, and I want them to talk. I just, because you just sat there and watched me talk for 2 3/4 hours. Talk, please, be funny, do something, tell me about yourself, because nobody wants to hear about me, all right? But then I see this gentleman. I don't know if I said his name in the previous show. I was going to review it to see if I did or I didn't, but I'm not going to say it now. But he won't let me talk. It's a weird thing, and he'll continue to talk, and he talks about golf, and he talks about Tiger, and he talks about racing. Like, he watches NASCAR, and he watches tennis. Like, because he's a man. He's a grown man. He tapes sports, and that's what he does. When he's not out fixing a crack in a wall or repairing a leak, he's watching sports in his home. And that's who he is. That's what he likes to do, and that's what a man does, right? I guess that's what a man is supposed to do. But I'm a fucking idiot. You know what I mean? I'm out, in Hollywood, racing people at 2:00 in the morning on Sunset Boulevard. That's not what a man does. That's the things a child does. And I mean, I guess but I'm happy. I don't want to grow up. If that's what it means to be a man, I don't know if I want to be that, because we go to the Dodger game and we're talking, and he's talking about golf, and he's telling me about the old Dodgers. He used to go with his dad. He'd ride in a convertible, and they'd listen to Vin Scully, and his dad would drink a beer in the car, and then they'd go to the game, because that's what going to the game is for him. It's reliving his past. He doesn't have a 2-hour internet show every week where he gets to relive his past for people who listen to it. This is his podcast, and I'm his only listener. Literally, I'm in the car with the 50-year-old man, and he's regaling me with tales from his history and his father and driving in the old Dodgers, and they used to watch Sandy Koufax, and they did all these things, and I'm just sitting there listening. That's fine. Go ahead, talk, because that's when he gets to talk, is when I'm around. So he's talking, and we go to a restaurant. He wanted to go. There's this restaurant by my house called Taste of Chicago. And it's owned by the actor named Joe Mantegna. And he's from Chicago, huge Cub fan. He's all over the news all the time whenever the Cubs are in the playoffs, whatever the fuck. And they always interview him because he's like Jim Belushi, one of the go-to Chicago sports guys. So he opened a restaurant called Taste of Chicago that serves Chicago food. It is the fucking worst restaurant in the world. The world. If real Chicago people ate there, they would find Mantegna and put his head on a goddamn stick. I mean, seriously, you claim to be Captain Chicago and you claim to be, big Cub fan and you're from the city. Dude, I don't know if all those fucking cigars you smoked have killed your taste buds, but eat that food. It's fucking terrible. The Chicago dog is maybe passable. The only good thing they make is a pepper and egg sandwich, and we only eat those around Lent in Chicago. But goddamn, I love a pepper and egg sandwich. Holy shit, do I love one. But his pizza, it's like pillowy. The dough isn't. I mean, it's fucking disturbingly bad. And I mean, literally, that's the word I would use. Disturbingly bad. It's so bad it needs an adverb in front of it. Jesus, is it awful? I gotta use a name for this guy. Because I think I used his name in past shows, but I don't know if I did, so I don't know if I want to. We'll call him Phil. How about that? Is that okay? Can we all agree on that? Do we have a quorum? Everybody say aye. I'll agree on Phil. Say aye. All right. The motion passes. He will be Phil. So Phil loves this place because, and I don't know why. He's telling me he can't go on and on enough about it. He goes there and he watches, fucking track and field and eats. Literally the worst day ever. The worst day. Who would do that? Who would go watch a 40-yard dash and eat bad pizza? Holy fuck. I tell you what, I don't give a fuck what the time is on that 40-yard dash. I will beat it running away from the restaurant. That's how bad the fucking food is. But sure enough, he wants to go there. So I said to him, this time I meet him at the building. He's like, hey, let's go to Taste Chicago. I go, Phil, look, next year when we go to a game, I am going to bring you to a restaurant that makes really good Chicago pizza. It's in Hollywood, or it's by Dodger Stadium. And he goes, what is it? And it's called Masa. I tell him, it's called Masa Grill at Echo Park. Karen and I stumbled by. We walked past one time, and people were eating it outside. And then we tried it. It's fantastic. He goes, why don't we go there now? I said, well, because the game's at 7 and it's already 5. It takes 45 minutes to make the pizza. He goes, well, we'll get down there. Just call now and order it, and it'll be ready when we get down there. So I said, all right. Called him. And then we drove in the van, and I heard all about the old Dodgers, and I heard about golf, and I heard about tennis and track and field. I think he talked some steeplechase for a while. He may have mentioned curling. And then he talked about fixing things, and he talked about building a cabinet. I mean, I don't know what the fuck he did. I just sat there and listened because you know who I am at that point? I'm a 13-year-old boy just going to wherever the fuck his parents want him to go with his grandfather. So we go to the pizza joint and we walk in, and I tell him we ordered the pizza. We sit down, and Phil decides that I get a taste of Phil in public because I've seen Phil before at action at games, but I never knew this was going to happen. This is the first time I've been to a restaurant. Phil starts talking. He's telling me in the car, like I said, about the Dodgers and about pizza. And when he had pizza for the first time was at Lou Malnati's. And then he went to Gino's and he loved it. He loved the atmosphere. So then we park and we go in and we sit down, and the waitress comes by, and the waitress gets to hear about the Dodgers, and we're going to the Dodger game, and also Lou Malnati's. And when he went to Gino's, and he loves the pizza, and he loves that Chicago pizza, and he's really looking forward to it. And this kid here, he's from Chicago, and he gives you a big endorsement. He says it's great. And this waitress is like, yes, absolutely, very nice, thank you. And I'm just sitting there. I don't want to say I'm mortified, but it's that thing where you want to make eye contact with the other person and kind of plead with your eyes a little bit, like, he's old. He's 50. I'm 44. But the fucking gap is so huge. So then he's talking to them. Then he talks to the busboy. The busboy comes over. He's like, I heard a lot about this pizza. This salad, this looks like a big complicated menu, but when I come here, I'm going to come here just for the pizza. And this guy's, okay, that's great and fantastic. The busboy wanders off and, smokes a clove cigarette and tries to make his pants skinnier. I mean, it's like that kind of neighborhood. So then there's another couple. They're sitting by the window, and they get their pizza, and Phil sees it, and he's like, oh, that pizza looks fantastic. My friend here is from Chicago, and he's talking to them, and I should tell you this, just like with a child and a parent, nobody else is affected by this. He's talking, and everybody's like, well, that's a nice man. That's all they're listening. But just like a child, with your parent, you're going, oh my God, stop. Oh, you are so embarrassing. I come here, but there are people here. Why are you doing this? That's what is going on in my head. But I'm certainly not going to apologize for him because, again, as a child, you don't realize that, people are all civil to one another and that's how they function. And I'm a child, even though I'm grown now, but I do have at least the wisdom of being an adult. And I realize he's not doing anybody any harm. He's not harming me. I wasn't going to fuck this waitress. I wasn't going to hang out with this busboy. This other couple wasn't going to invite me to hang out with them either. He can go ahead and be himself, and I can just sit there. Because if anything, I'm getting points from everybody because they're like, God love him. He's with that doddering old fool. Look at him. He's still hanging in there. Good for him. So then our pizza comes, and he's raving about it. He loved it because it's delicious, and he's going crazy, and he's like, it's so good. He tells the waitress, he's like, I'll tell you what, and da-da-da, and then the check came, and I paid the check because I was not about to figure out how he tips. I wasn't even going to deal with that. And especially because, after he had just regaled them all then with this constant blizzard of anecdotes, it was, what he mentions Vin Scully. If you've ever listened to a baseball game with Vin Scully, being with Phil is like being with Vin Scully because he will all of a sudden bring up some nugget from 1961 just to fill time. Isn't that, that's exactly what he is. Because I talk alone here. He talks alone when he's with me. Like I said, it's his podcast. His podcast is about it. It's like Vin Scully when he does a one-man booth where he's just kind of describing the action of sports, but then also telling you some anecdote about when he was in his garage and he had to fix a dragster when he was 11. You know what I mean? So he goes on and he talks, but I didn't even want to see what he was going to tip because, his stories are all from the 60s. I can imagine his tipping scale is too. And these people all deserve a little extra boom for fucking hanging in there with this guy. So I took care of it. And then we go to the park finally. And I'll tell you this about him. And also, I should tell you this too. This was a couple weeks ago. It happened before Denver, but I couldn't tell you because Denver took forever. at me telling you about it. So, although I guess I could have squeezed it in there in between the yogurt story and whatever the fuck else I did. That's a long-ass show last week. And don't think I didn't hear it from you folks on Facebook as you fucking chimed in on TMikeZ to tell me, oh, long show, ah! Actually, nobody said that. They were all happy it was a long show. I was the only one who regretted it. It was a long show. People are always like, I love that long show. Some guy's like, yeah, I drove to Santa Barbara and it filled the whole time. I'm like, oh, that's not ideal, right? That's probably not good. But I guess, you know what, good for you. If you like it, I'm happy to do it. So I wind up going to Dodger Stadium with him. So this happened right after the race. Okay. So I could barely walk. I mean, my legs were all fucked up. And I actually hoped that he didn't want to go, but I had to go because it was the only game all year he was going to get to go to. So we're walking through Dodger Stadium and he's shuffling. And normally I have to slow my stride down a little bit to keep up with him because he's an older gentleman and he's been ill and not this time. I mentioned again that he's 50 and I'm 44 and I'm just as old, but not really mentally. Physically, oh, certainly that day I certainly was just as physically bad as he was because we're both shuffling through like fucking grandfathers in the goddamn stadium parking lot. And I'm shuffling. And I tell him, I go, I got to walk slow because I screwed my legs up over the weekend. And he's like, oh, how'd you do that? And I said, oh, I was running a race on against somebody. I ran a 40-yard dash. And he looked at me like I said, I stabbed an immigrant and ran away. I mean, it was such a weird thing for him. Because, again, I don't know anything about plumbing, but he doesn't know anything about a 40-yard dash. Certainly not since fucking high school, I'll tell you that. But he looked at me like, and he goes, you were in a race? And I was like, yeah, it's a long story. Someone from my show, I had to race them down in Hollywood on Sunset Boulevard. And he looks at me like, you were in a race, in a car race? And I go, no, I actually ran a 40-yard dash. And then he just went, well, I remember when Ben Hogan ran a race. And again, we spun off in a golf talk from the 40s. So we shuffled into the park and we shuffled to our seats. And I should tell you this, too, about him. I've mentioned it before. I mentioned it in a previous show about Phil. Like I said, he's kind of given up. To me, it seems like he's given up. I mean, he just doesn't... he doesn't trim his nose hair or his ear hair, and his eyebrows are all wild, and he doesn't cut his hair. He wears a baseball hat. His shirts have stains on them. His hands are dirty, and he wears shorts like 5 days a week. You know what I mean? I don't... And he's wearing tennis shoes, because I wear Nikes, all right? He might be wearing the exact same shoes as me, but on me, they're Nikes. On him, they're tennis shoes. Because he's a grandfather. He just needed a shawl. And quite frankly, I shouldn't make fun of him because we were in the fucking park. It got to be like 65 degrees. My teeth started chattering. I was freezing in the fucking park. I needed a goddamn sweater. I don't know if I caught old man from him or what. But also, I mentioned this before, and I'm going to say this. I don't want to say this, but I have to say this. He farts, okay? And he doesn't know. I don't think he knows that he does, or he just doesn't fucking care. Again, he's given up. He's a man. He's who he is, and that's what he does. And he's got a head covered in fur. He looks like Chewbacca, and he's just gonna fucking fart all over the goddamn universe and not even care. Doesn't care. You can't tell him what's what. So and he's walking and he's farting in the parking lot, and then we get into the stadium, and people are approaching him like there was military people there because it was the day. It was 9/12. It was the day after 9/11, so they did a special 9/11 thing. At the ballpark, which I'm sorry, your 9/11 tribute loses something on 9/12. Because we actually got there, and I made this joke because they're doing the thing and they're setting up, and he's like, oh yeah, they're doing that tribute today, and I said, what's that for? I forget. And he goes, for 9/11. I go, what's 9/12? I've forgotten 9/11 already. And he looks at me and I go, no, I'm kidding. I never forget. And literally nothing at all. He farts and walks away. But there's the military people there, and they're getting people to sign up and contribute. And he's that guy. He always gives money to the military, and he calls, and good for him. That's cool. But then there's people trying to sell us a credit card too, like those people. Hey, sign up for a Dodger credit card, and he's like, "Oh, hon, I can't help you." Just farts, like literally farts. Doesn't say anything to her or me, and she looks at me like, "Did you hear that?" And I'm like, "Oh, I heard it, and I got news for you. You didn't need to hear it to know that it's here because you're going to know in just a second. Because another thing about him, he's got old man guts." He's got old man guts, and he's farting out food from the 70s. All those rides to Dodger Stadium where he'd eat Twizzlers and hot dogs with his dad, and his dad would drink a beer. That stuff's still all churning in his gut and making its way out in gaseous form because he is laying vapor trails all over the place. And it's just, I am shocked that FDR does not send a squadron to bomb him because he is using mustard gas against his own people. Seriously, it would be this the Gulf War where it's like, oh, it's like Saddam is gassing the Kurds. This guy, he's gassing the credit card people. Kill him, shoot him, bomb him, anything. Because holy God, is it just, you know what? His farts smell like a golf anecdote. That's how bad they are. Oh my God. His farts rise to the level of watching tennis on television. That's how awful it is. Jesus Christ. His fart, that's how bad it is. Literally, his fart smells like Jimmy Connor's jock and Bjorn Borg's headband from the Wimbledon final in 1977. Oh. All right. Just terrible. So, I don't even know if they played in 77. God, I hope I'm right. I was going to say 75, but I think that's Arthur Ashe. That might have been 74. Because you know what, folks? Yeah, that's right. I actually cared about tennis as a kid. Ha ha. I was a fan. Bjorn Borg was like my favorite tennis player. I told you that I had to have a favorite guy in every sport. But I was fucking 9. I made myself, I even liked Hubert Green, the golfer. He was my favorite golfer. Calvin Peete and Hubert Green. I rooted for them every week. Why? Nobody knows. Because I felt I needed to have a favorite. But then guess what? I grew up. But apparently in 6 years, I got to look forward to getting another favorite golfer, another favorite tennis player. God damn it. Will tennis and golf hurry up and end so I don't have to have a favorite in 6 years? It's bad enough liking the Phillies, rooting for them and living and dying with them. I don't have to live and die with some rich, entitled golfer. All right. So, but he's farting like all over Dodger Stadium. It's not even, and I can hear it. I'm walking and you can hear it. They're not silent but deadly. They're just fucking like, and he doesn't say anything. He keeps talking and just lets them go. And I'm like, oh God, horrible. And thank God he didn't do it at the fucking pizza joint because I could never go back. So we find our seats and they're good seats. We go down and there's 2 people in the row. And thankfully he walks in and takes the middle part and sits close to those people. And I sit down and he immediately starts talking to those people and regaling them with tale. Everything that he told me in the van about the Dodgers and Vince Scully and, you know, the team. And now they're talking about 9/11 and the military. He's talking to them. And as I'm sitting there, I'm like, thank God, you know, talk to them. I'm just going to sit here and watch the game and just try to get through this experience. So sure enough, he's talking to them. He talks to them for, you know, because the game hasn't even started yet. He talks to them for about 20 minutes. And the 2 of them, because it's a park is not sold out. They're like, oh, well, yeah, these aren't really our seats. We got to take, they get up and they leave. They actually leave. They didn't leave the park. They just went and found somewhere else to sit down where they didn't have to hear tales of Don Newcomb. So thank God, though, they get up and they leave, and then a young couple comes and they sit right in front of us in a row, and he started talking to them because one of them had a Diamondbacks jersey on. He's like, oh, you're rooting for those Diamondbacks to go into the playoffs. It's going to be rough. And he points to me, he goes, this one here is a Phillies fan, and he starts talking to this young couple, and they're like 21. So they're even more removed than I am. To them, literally, it's like the Lord is speaking, like this old, because when I was 21 and any 50-year-old tried to talk to you, we're just like, oh my God, stop talking to me, please. But they were very nice, and they, you know, again, because he's genial. He's all those things old people are. You know what I mean? He's not bitter or angry. He's genial and friendly. He might as well be whittling and whistling the entire time, and just fucking wearing Junior Samples coveralls. I mean, just my God, he's the nicest man. But I'm not good with nice. I don't do good with nice. Not for any length of time or extended period. Too much nice, and finally I'm just like, what the fuck is your angle, eyebrows? Jesus Christ. Yes, I get it. I heard all about Nicholas and his grand slam and how Tigers never... I get it, but what are you trying to get out of me? Seriously. Are you trying to steal my youth? Is that what's happening? Is this a mind transference? Like you're going to fill me with so much nonsense about track and field and NASCAR that eventually I'm going to start wearing stained shirts and you'll have a new buddy to fucking hang out with and whittle with? Jesus, back off. Let me be old young. I don't want to be young old. So he's talking to that couple, and I'm sitting there, and then finally, the game starts, and he's talking about baseball and Vince, and then all right, he's talking to that couple, and then he farts, and I hear it, even though it's muffled by the stadium chair, and nobody else really pays attention. Nobody turns around and says anything, but it doesn't matter because then the fucking stench hits. And it smells like Tommy Lasorda's asshole. I mean, it is just that made me laugh. I was trying to think on the fly of the worst thing you could smell at Dodger Stadium. And that's what popped into my head. Because I hate Tommy Lasorda so much. Oh, do I hate him? He's this old man and everybody thinks he's great.
And all I could think was him with eating garlic pasta all fucking day and then just fucking getting naked and shooting you the fucking nastiest brown eye in the world and the stench coming off of it. Oh, Lasorda. Oh, Jesus. Oh, goddamn. That made me cry. Because literally in my head, I on the fly, folks talking, I went, what's the worst smelling thing at Dodger Stadium? Tommy Lasorda's asshole. Of course it is. That's right where your brain goes. Immediately. Nobody thinks of food or anything like that, or some Dodger dog. No, I just think of the fucking wretched colon of the 85-year-old Hall of Fame former manager of the Dodgers. That's got to be the worst stink in that building, right? If someone told you to take a bloodhound and find the worst smell in Dodger Stadium, that dog puts its head halfway up Tommy Lasorda's ass, and Lasorda doesn't even drop his meatballs. Doesn't even blink. Oh, fuck. All right. So that's what it smelled like in Dodger Stadium. Tommy Lasorda's asshole, and people they kind of look around like, oh, and but the thing is, it's such a bad smell. I guess this works out for him because he's so nice. He lays the nice groundwork, and then of course the fart happens, and then the smell is so bad that people think he's sick, and so they don't want to just go because they think, oh, that poor man's dying. So they don't want to turn around and go, oh, Jesus, what's wrong with you? Because, I mean, the smell alone will tell you everything you need to know about what's wrong with him. Jesus Christ, so bad. It smelled like he ate a litter box and farted it out. Just that weird mix of like cat and human stench. Oh, God damn it. I don't know where it came from. Just awful. It smelled like his asshole was made of leather. And he farted wet, like a wet leather. If you farted through wet leather, that's what it smelled like. Jesus Christ. It's like if you went, all right, right now, if you went into your garage, your family's garage, and you found a box of your father's possessions from when he was a child, and you found like a bottle of Paco Rabanne from 1970, and you opened it and just poured it all over yourself without even smelling it. That's what it would smell like. Jesus Christ. Just this weird floral thing like he had eaten. Oh, it was terrible. I can't even explain it. So, but everybody's just kind of nice. Like they're nice about it. Nobody says anything. So then in the second inning, because people notoriously get to Dodger Stadium late, and I'm sitting there and I'm checking my phone. He hasn't talked to me in like 3 innings. We're in not the second inning, the third inning. And then he finally looks at me and he's like, hey, if you want a Coke or something, go get a Coke. And he hands me some money. And I was like, really? Because he gave me a 10 or no, he gave me a 5. It was a 5 to go get a Coke. And in my head, I was just like, well, why didn't you just put this in a birthday card and mail it to me, Grandpa? But he was getting me back for the pizza, you know what I mean? And he handed me a 5 and I go, okay. I go, well, do you want a soda? And he's like, oh yeah. Well, what did I give you, a 5? And then he handed me a 20 and I'm like, all right. So he wanted me to go get us some food. So I was like, what do you want? And he told me what he wanted. And I came back. And when I came back, behind us, the entire row was full now with a huge Hispanic family and generations, mom and dad, older kids and their kids. It was like 8 people filled the entire row, had come to Dodger Stadium. And already Phil is talking to them. And he's telling them about the Dodgers, and you got here late, but that's okay because the team's not so good this year anyway, and it doesn't matter what inning you get here, and the season's almost over. You know, I'm only here because I wanted to have him been here, and he's just talking, and they love him. They're just, again, he's like their poppy. He's like, oh, look, Grandpa couldn't make it, so he's here, and they're talking to him, and he's friendly, and I give him his Coke, and then I'm sitting there, and I don't think I could have looked more miserable, honestly, because I'm sitting there, now I'm freezing, and I'm cold, and my legs hurt, and I'm just waiting, and it's the Dodgers suck, and it's the Diamondback, and the game is like 1-0 into the 7th. I mean, there's no excitement whatsoever. And all of a sudden, as I'm sitting there, stuff starts falling on me, and I'm like, what the fuck is this? I thought it was raining, and I look up, and we're in the first row, underneath the overhang of the second deck. And the people up above me have decided they're going to eat peanuts. And they're shelling the peanuts over the banister, and I'm covered in sawdust. Like I'm covered in peanut shells. I look like a country bar floor. I mean, I'm fucking, and that's how out of it I was. I was looking at my phone and I didn't even notice it's all over my hair and my shoulders. I look like I'm in a school play and they shook that fake snow all over me. It's fucking horrible. And
And to me, someone would have told me, like, shouldn't they have noticed? But I noticed that I'm covered in it. I'm covered in peanut shells, and I'm shivering. My teeth are actually chattering. I'm so goddamn cold, and my legs hurt. And thank God, the Diamondbacks start to get a threat going. And Phil looks at me. He's like, I don't know how much longer I got in me. I don't know if I want to stay here. I'm like, oh, well, I'm ready to go when you're ready to go. He's like, are you sure? And I go, yeah, whenever. Honestly, whenever you want to leave, I'm ready to leave. He goes, well, I'm going to head to the restroom. I'll be right back. So he stands up. And he goes to walk off, and he, shuffles out, and he walks up to the restroom. And I'm sitting there again, miserable, teeth chattering, covered in fucking peanut sawdust. And the Hispanic family goes, hey, hey. And I turn around, and they go, your dad's a great guy. And I go, what? And he goes, your dad, he's a really nice guy. He goes, he loves the Dodgers. And I was like, Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah, he's a really good guy. Because I wanted to go, he's 50 and I'm 44. I mean, he's only 6 years older than me, but everybody thought he was my dad. They literally thought he was my father. That's the difference. And I have gray in my beard and stuff. I guess I don't know why people didn't pick it up. It just, your dad's a really great guy. Yeah, thanks. So I'm waiting. I'm sitting there. I'm shivering, freezing. And finally Phil makes it back from the restroom. And in the meantime, Arizona scored like 6 runs. So they're up 6-1. And he's like, well, Michael, let's say we got out of here. I don't think I need to sit here and watch these Dodgers lose again. And I'm like, okay, that's fine. Meanwhile, I'm ready to sprint, bad legs or no legs. I'm ready to sprint to the fucking car and get the hell out of there. But I'm shivering, and he goes, all right. And, he talks to the couple in front of us. He's like, hey, it was nice meeting you guys. You Diamondbacks, good luck in the playoffs. And she's very friendly and nice. Everybody, oh, ho, ho. And he stands up, and that whole family's there. And when he stands up, he turns around and he goes, all right, everybody. He goes, nice talking to you. Support those Dodgers. And then farts, like a loud fart. But doesn't blink, doesn't even bat an eye. But when he did it, the whole Hispanic family just goes, ha, 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 yeah. And they just high five. They go, high five. And they're like happy that he's farting. I mean, maybe they're such good fans, they love the smell of Tommy Lasorda's asshole. I have no idea. But that's what you do with an old man. He farts and you high-five him. Yay! Yay, good for you! I pulled that shit. He's like, what the fuck is wrong with you, dude? Get the fuck out of here, peanut shoulders. So he farts, and the other couple's like kind of smirking, and everybody's high-fiving. And again, he's just that guy. He's a man. That's what he is. He's a grown man. I guess that's what it means to be a grown man. But so we go to leave, and he goes, oh, you know what? I got to get my picture. And I'm like, what's that? He goes, and I forgot, every game he goes to, he gets a picture of himself at Dodger Stadium with like the scoreboard in the background, and he keeps them. And he's like, yeah, I got to go home and put this in the scrapbook. So he asks that family to take a picture of, of one of us and one of him. I don't know how he works it. But then they take the pictures, and they're like, all right, nice to meet you. And he shakes hands, and we go to shuffle out of the fucking ballpark. And I got home that night, and I still had to go to work at Graveyardville. But I get home, and I'm shivering. He turned the heat on in the van, and I'm so fucking cold, and I get home, and I lay down on the bed, and I go, I have to go back to work, and I get the thermometer. I had 102 fever.
Jesus.
I don't know if it was just from the legs and being out and being in the cold, whatever the fuck, but it was that thing where you're so hot you're shivering, like that kind of thing. And I'm laying there, and I gobbled up fucking 3 Tylenol, and I'm like, all right, you'll be fine. And I made myself go to work, and I took a really steaming fucking hot shower, and which then I had 103 fever when I got out of the shower, but I didn't care, and I got dressed and I went back to work, and I thought about it. I'm like, man, it was just such a lesson in what it means to get old, because I'm sitting here and I'm thinking to myself about when I'm going to finally be old, not realizing, I guess, that I am already old, but not that kind of old where you just kind of let it go and you give up and you let life come at you and you just deal with it. I'm 6 years away. I'm 6 years. I'm guessing 50 is the barometer, because I mean, if I haven't made it by 50, maybe that's what I do. I wear stained shirts and I just sit in my house and I fucking wear a baseball hat and I don't cut my hair and I don't trim anything and you know what I'll do when I'm 50? I'll take pictures and I'll fucking put them in a scrapbook. That's what I'll do. Because he has a scrapbook. That's what I'll do. I'll take pictures and I'll put them in a scrapbook. And I'm sure every one of you will show up at my house and knock that scrapbook out of my lap and make fun of me. The entirety of Facebook will just show up with a Sharpie and scrawl in my Facebook. Ha ha ha! You look like a girl, Richard Simmons. Ha 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 ha!
You'll just sit there and taunt me and tolerate, because it'll really be like Straw Dog, because you will have burst into my home and there's nothing I can fucking do about it. I'll be powerless to fucking stop you. You'll just knock over my scrapbook on the ground. You'll fucking draw shit out. And I'll be no, and you'll all look at me and just go, clean it up, faggot. That's what it means to be old. Fuck, for me, that's what it means to be young. You guys can get me at Mike at MikeSchmidtComedy.com. You can, I don't know why I'm going to say this, but you can be my friend at Facebook.com/the40-year-old boy. And why wouldn't you want to be, right? I just spent an hour and a half taking a bone saw at everybody who's my friend on goddamn Facebook. Sure, go ahead and jump on that train. Why wouldn't you folks want to get in line for a beating? Facebook.com/the40-year-old boy. You can follow me at Twitter.com/the40-year-old boy. You can be friends with Lily Von Stupp at Facebook.com/Lily Von Stupp. And you can follow her at Twitter.com/Lily Von Stupp or Twitter.com/MNTs. And if you want to write her a personal note and find out what television show made her cry over the past few days, you can write her at Lily at burlesque411.com. That's Lily, Lili, at burlesque411.com.
Dazzle.com/40-year-old
Want to remind you folks about the Monday Night Teas every Monday night at the 3 clubs on Santa Monica and Vine. This show this week was a fine success from what I understand. I know the producer of that show. Her name is Lily Von Stupp. Hey, Lily.
Yes.
So this week's show was good, right?
It was.
That's what I heard. And next week's show, is it a theme show?
It is.
Uh-oh, what's the theme next week?
Murder Mystery Monday Night Teas.
That's 3 M's and an NT.
Death by Burlesque.
Whoa. Death by Tassels. So, all right, so Death by Burlesque, go check that out. That's so are you involved? Are you performing? Are you hosting?
I've invited everyone for my latest killer act.
Oh, boy.
When right before the big
Reveal.
the lights will go down and I will be murdered.
What?
And then the rest of the show is figuring out who killed me and with what.
Oh.
As they all dance with their tools of torture.
My God. A lot of thought went into this show. That's good. Because usually you're like, I don't remember anybody's name. Come to the show. But this time you were ready with a spiel and a paragraph. I liked it.
Themes all month long. It's crazy.
Good. October's theme month over at the Monday Night Tea. So go check that out if you're in from out of town, like Jennifer, our friend Jennifer, who's in from out of town. But she is unfortunately leaving Monday morning.
Fuck her.
Whoa. Well, again, you'll have to contact her. She gave me her phone number if you want it. She actually sent me her phone number today. She's like, hey, if you want to give me a call. I'm like, because she's, I think her boyfriend or husband is coming with her, and they're looking for things to do. So
I hear sushi's good.
that's what I hear. And she was like, do you want to race? She goes, you'll win against me.
Do you want to race?
That's
Wow.
yeah. I shouldn't have put it out there. Everybody wants me, as Billy Squire would say.
Video camera the whole thing.
Oh my God, yeah, let's do it. Let's film the race. And then I'll put up on Facebook and faggot. All right. So remember the Monday Night Teas is every Monday night at the 3 clubs on Santa Monica and Vine, 10 o'clock p.m. Go and check it out. Themes, all for the month of October. As I've mentioned, you can be my friend at Facebook.com/the40-year-old boy. When you're my friend there are plenty of pages to bring me to your town. Go ahead and sign up and be on those pages if you'd like me to come and visit you in cities. I should tell you that the Kickstarter page should go up this week. I filmed it. It all depends on how I feel about the film. Once I take a look at it, if I came off okay, then it's going to be up probably by Thursday or Friday. If I don't think I came out okay, then I'm going to have to reshoot it, and it's going to be another few days. So we'll see. I'm not sure how it's going to turn out, but I have to see the finished product. Don't shake your head at me. That's all, you know why, folks? Because I could talk, all right? But on the Kickstarter thing, I made myself stay within the lines. I like to color outside of the line, folks. I think we know that about me. I color outside of the lines, but on this one, I made myself stay in because I felt if people who didn't know me saw it, they would have to understand what I was saying. I didn't want to talk all over in circles because then that's just the YouTube video and I'm talking for 5 minutes and I'm not getting anything done. So I tried to hit beats and points and make it happen. And I also wanted to do it in one take. I put a lot of pressure on myself, folks. So I have to see the video and see if it came out okay. But that's for Boston and Cleveland and Washington, D.C. and Atlanta to bring me to those cities. We're trying to raise money via Kickstarter. It's at Kickstarter.com. When it does come up, I will tweet whatever the link is, and I also put it on my Facebook page. Again, all of my friends will be there, and I'm sure they will go ahead and just take that with the proper respect and go and visit the page.
So also, if you want me to come, there's a Detroit page now, from what I understand. There's also there's a Tahoe page, which is crazy. I mean, I don't know if I'll get there. I don't even know if they have space for me to play in Tahoe. I'll find a spot, I'm sure. But I would love to come play South Lake Tahoe. That'd be fucking amazing. So anyway, there's these pages, and you can go ahead and sign up on those pages, Cleveland, Atlanta. And right now there are tickets on sale. I am coming to certain cities. I am coming to Milwaukee. And that's, well, let's do them in order. The next show I have is in Minneapolis. It's October 28th in the Heart of the Beast Theater at the Avalon. That's in Minneapolis on Friday, October 28th. And the week after that, Friday, November 4th, I am in Chicago, ladies and gentlemen, at Stage 773 on Belmont. Come to Stage 773 and check out the show. The Success is Not an Option tour continues to roll through the Midwest at the end of November. November 25th, the day after Thanksgiving, I am in Milwaukee, Wisconsin at the Carte Blanche Studios. Tickets are still available for all of these shows. They're available at Brown Paper Tickets, and I'm selling tickets, which is great. I appreciate it. But I'll tell you what, if you're on the Minnesota page or any of those pages and you can come or you're planning on coming, buy the tickets early. So I have a general idea of what's happening. The Minnesota room is going to be crazy because, again, it's a giant room. The other two rooms are more of what I'm used to playing, but any tickets I can sell for anywhere, I would certainly appreciate it. And remember, folks, there will be T-shirts in these cities. If you want to pre-order a T-shirt, you need to send me an email and tell me so, and you can prepay for the shirt via the donation page on MikeSchmidtComedy.com. There's 3 different shirts in Chicago, and the artwork is just about done. I guess I will offer you the choice when they do come up and tell you exactly which one you want to choose. Once they're ready, I'll put them on Facebook, and you can tell me which one you wanted to pre-order. And the Minneapolis shirt, I am in love with. I will just tell you that. It's different than the other shirts. That's all I'm going to say. So, and the Milwaukee shirt, we're still working on. We haven't figured out what it's going to be yet. But if you want to pre-order shirts, contact me via email, and you can also pay me if you go to MikeSchmidtComedy.com and you go to the Joe Business page. First of all, there's a link to Zazzle.com where we have mugs and mouse pads and all sorts of stuff that you could ever possibly want. And then there's links to the Year 1, Year 2, and Year 3 download set sales, and also the Lord of the Schmidt set, which is all 3 of them combined for $60. So if you want to get that, that's great. We'd appreciate it. And in the upper left, and also the link there to tweakedaudio.com/40, who I want to thank them for giving, because this is a pair of Lily's pink earbuds that I wore to get me through today's show, as mine are sitting at home right now. The wood grain. I use the wood grain, folks. It's very important for you to know which ones I use. And at MikeSchmidtComedy.com, not only is there the link to tweakedaudio.com/40, as I've mentioned at the Joe Business page, but in the upper left-hand corner of every page of MikeSchmidtComedy.com, little Schmitty's there. Click on that to make a donation to the show or subscribe to the show for $2, $5, or $10 a month. And also, that's where you can donate to the show and secure yourself a shirt. And the reason I also tell you, if you want to pre-order shirts, you need to tell me what size. That's why I need to know what I'm ordering, because they're a very limited run, and I only order a certain amount. There's so if you want a 2X or a 3X or a small, you need to contact me and let me know, because I usually don't order those. I usually just get medium, large, and extra large, but I'll get whatever you guys ask me to get. That's fine, as long as you prepay, because otherwise I'm going to have to eat them, which would not be good. Speaking of that, I have some Denver shirts left. If you guys are interested, I got 3 large and a few mediums left, if you're interested in Denver shirts. So also, like I said, Kickstarter's there to raise money, and there will be rewards available, exclusive rewards, and I hope they're fun. Some of them are fun, some of them are cool, and some of them are both. So if you want to donate to try to bring me to the East Coast, that would be fantastic. I'd certainly appreciate it. If you do donate to the show, as I've mentioned, I will say your name on the show and mention it to you, and thank you, because that's what I like to do. People like David D. Hey, David D., thank you for donating to the show. We appreciate it very much. And James W. Thanks, James W. I appreciate it very much for your donation to the show. And, who's this? Todd Rush. That's right. I'll say your full name if you ask me to, and Todd Rush has decided that I should say his full name. Todd Rush, ladies and gentlemen. This was Todd Rush's 9th donation to the show.
Wow.
It was also this is a purchase of a Philadelphia shirt, by the way. So Todd Rush purchased a Philly shirt. This was his 9th donation to the show. Thank you so much, Todd. And also, Anthony Parker. Thank you so much, Anthony Parker. This was Anthony Parker's 3rd donation to the show. I appreciate that. So David D., James W., Anthony Parker, and Todd Rush, thank you so much for donating to the show. We appreciate it. And again, if you donate to the show and you want me to say your full name, tell me in an email. Otherwise, I will just say your final initial. So the whole time you sound like, you should be playing with the MGs somewhere. That's right. That's a Booker T joke, because I'm an old man. Remember me? Very old. Also, remember, by the way, every Thursday night, they do the live chat and listen of this show. They listen back to it, and they talk about it at, I don't know the website. It's available at my Facebook. It's like Ramstedt 40yearoldboyonline.com. I don't know. I honestly, I couldn't tell you. I know the link to it. So if you go to my Facebook page, or if you go to the Westside 86 Jokers page, which is the Mike Schmidt fan club, you will find a link to the Thursday night listen to the podcast in real time and chat type show. I don't know if there's a title. Whatever. Go listen to me and chat with people who like me. Even if you don't like me. How bad would that be? Some guys, I hate this. He's just in the chat room over and over. That would be a waste of your Thursday, quite frankly, sir. I don't know why you're doing it. And remember, the Reddit page exists as well. There's a Reddit page. I have not posted a thing on the Reddit page because I'm old. Again, I can't figure out the internet. But soon I will figure it out. And then I'll have a whole new world of people to fight with. God, that's going to be great. I'm looking forward to Google Plus taking off so I can really fight with those people as well. That's what I do, folks. That's all I do is I engage in these brawls. It's funny when we hung up. I have to stop down in the middle of the show, and I have to call Mex because I have to tell him what the show is about, and then he works on the artwork. So we were talking about the artwork and stuff, and I told him that I had mentioned his wedding, and he's like, "Oh my God, did you tell him my favorite part?" I said, I told him that I was up in the loft. He goes, "Oh my God, well you got to tell him this." So apparently, I'm on his wedding video when they're at the altar. Okay. David and Kristen are at the altar and they get there to the front and there's the priest and the guy's filming. He said on the video, you can see Kristen. She looks up and she looks at Max and goes, "Mike Schmidt is here." She says it because I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to be there. That's because I was late and then I finally made it. But he said as they're there waiting and they're getting to the altar and she sees me up on the fucking. I'm like Batman. I'm in the bell tower staring down. I'm like Benjamin trying to make sure Elaine doesn't marry the big man on campus. So I'm almost like Elaine, but I'm up in the rafters. Like I'm my hands crossed in front of me. I don't know if I'm on the video. That would be even funnier if you can see me like lurking in the rafters. But yeah, he told me Kristen looks at him and goes, "Mike Schmidt is here." Now the wedding can start. Finally, now the wedding can start. So I go, "Oh my God, that's great." He goes, "Well, dude, that's not my favorite part." I go, "What's your favorite part?" He goes, "Oh, you don't remember?" I go, "What happened?" He goes, "Oh, dude. His wedding was incredibly fun. It was, or the reception. I only know after the fact because again, I saw the video of it, but I got there late because I had 3 fucking shows at KJ Riddle's in Oak Forest, and then I had to hustle, or Orland Park, and then I had to hustle to the reception. But by the time I got there, it was still going on. It was like midnight or 12:30, but people were still there and dancing. But it was going late into the night at this ballroom, and it was so good that people from surrounding parties and weddings were coming in to the reception because it was so fun. Because David had mariachis and he had, great music. It was fucking fantastic. So I show up and I remember this now that he told me about it. There was a couple that crashed and nobody knew who they were. And look, me and my friends, the UN of Evil, we're pretty antisocial. You know what I mean? We can sniff out an interloper at 30 yards. No! So we're talking and we see this couple and they think they're cute, right? They think they've come into the wedding and they're going to have a good time and nobody's going to notice. Hey, we're sucking up everybody else's great time. Well, I'm not about to allow that, folks. So we're all hanging out and we're talking and they get on the dance floor. The two of them, they're slow dancing and it's a slow dance. And I walk over to the crashers, the wedding crashers, and I tap the guy on the shoulder and I go, "May I cut in?" And he looks at me and at that point, he either has to say, "Well, no, we're not supposed to be here," and they can skulk out, or he can play along. And he decided he had to play along because there was nothing else he could do. And I, again, cut in. What the fuck is that? Again, I'm old. I was old even then. But sure enough, he backed up. He's like, "All right." And I danced with his fucking girlfriend. He had to walk off to the side and watch me slow dance with his girlfriend. And my friends are all they're fucking dying. We're all down the dance floor and we're dancing. I'm just like, and I'm in a baseball hat and a silk jacket. I look good. Again, silk jacket, not a bomber jacket, silk jacket. It looked good. But fucking she's dancing with me. She's looking at me. I remember her face, just this puzzled thing. And I'm like, "How you doing? Having a good time?" She's like, "Yeah, I'm having a good time." Dancing, slow dancing with a fucking guy's chick. God damn it, I'm the funniest. Even then I was funny, folks. That's right. You can't just come into a party like that and think that you're going to fucking run the show because you're not going to run the show. You know who you are? You're like Otter and fucking Pinto and Flounder and the fucking girls, and you just walked into the Otis Day in the Nights bar. That's what you walked into. You thought you came in, you thought you were all fucking cool, and I stepped over and I said, "You know what? Mind if I dance with your date?" And you can go over to the open bar and try to get a double rock and rye and 7 Carlings, but you're not going to fucking get it, pal. Because while I'm dancing with your girl, all the UN of Evil is going to come over and look at you and go, "You know what? If I was in your shoes, I'd be," and you're going to go, "Leaving. What a good idea." Whoa, and run right the fuck out. And we are going to laugh and laugh up.
I am just stupid enough to think that when people listen to me and they listen to the show, they should take my honesty and go, oh, wow, how refreshing his unvarnished honesty is. And the fact that he's willing to have a scorched earth policy and have no friends or no fucking future is so refreshing and great. But then they'll say to me, hey, do you need somebody raped with a snake? I go, yes, I do. Done. They'll take care of it for me. Thanks, Snake Rape. Oh, no one listens to show, bro? Wonder why? Wonder why no one listens to show, bro? I don't want to listen to show, bro. Please. Snake Rape, do it, do it, do it, do it, do it.